Okay, picture this. Minneapolis. You think cold winters, right? Maybe even, surprisingly, a fair bit of rain. So, how on earth is this city becoming a test bed for, get this, rain-powered solar panels?
Hmm.
It sounds, well, kind of like a paradox.
It does, doesn't it? But that's where the really exciting innovation is happening. We're talking about triboelectric nanogenerators, TINDs for short.
Changes, okay.
And they're not just concepts. They're actually being integrated with standard solar panels, PV systems. So this deep dive, we're really going to unpack how things like rain, snow, even just humidity can become actual power sources. It's changing the game for dealing with bad weather.
Right. So our mission today, we're looking at this Black Knight Power white paper. We want to understand Minneapolis's unique climate hurdles, these TENs, what's happening on the ground with pilot projects and, the economics of it all.
Yeah.
Basically, this is your shortcut to figuring out how a city can use all its weather, not just sunshine, for energy. It's pretty cutting edge stuff. So let's start with that climate. Minneapolis gets, what, about 4.6 peak sun hours daily on average?
That's right. But winter is tough. December to February, snow cover can cut solar production by, well, a huge amount, 80 to 93% sometimes.
Wow. But there's a twist, right, with the snow.
Exactly. It's fascinating. That same snow, because it's white and reflects light, the albedo effect can actually boost output by 12 to 18% on clear days right after it snows. The light bounces back onto the panels.
Huh. Okay. So where does the rain fit into this picture?
Well, Minneapolis gets almost 32 inches of rain a year, spread over about 103 days, mostly spring and summer. And crucially, the type of rain, often that steady sort of medium-intensity drizzle, is actually ideal for this triboelectric harvesting. That's the friction-making electricity part.
All right.
And if you look at the patterns, it works quite well. Spring and fall rain helps when sunlight is less intense. Even melting snow during thaws provides runoff that can activate these TENs. It's like a natural synergy.
It still sounds a bit like magic. How can a raindrop just hitting a panel make electricity? What are these TENs really doing?
Yeah, it's clever stuff. So TNDRs basically capture the kinetic energy, the movement energy from the impacting droplets. And the breakthroughs are pretty amazing. They've developed these transparent electrodes, materials that let almost all the sunlight pass through, like 99% transmittance.
So they don't block the solar panel underneath.
Exactly. But they still generate significant power from the rain hitting them. We're talking figures like 248 watts per square meter just from droplets. Plus, they're engineering the surfaces using special coatings to increase the charge density, how much electricity they get per drop, by like over 100 times.
100 times? That's incredible.
It is. So imagine your standard solar panel, but it's paired with this ting layer, maybe on the back or integrated. You get your high solar efficiency, plus this extra juice from the rain, maybe around 0.68 milliwatts extra power in rainy conditions, on top of 19% PV efficiency.
Okay, bring it home for us. Minneapolis examples. Where is this happening?
Sure. Look at the Minneapolis Park and Recreation Board. They've got a 200 kilowatt solar network. Part of that is a big 153 kilowatt array at the Parade Ice Garden. And get this, it's designed to handle 140 mile per hour winds and 1-inch hail. So these things are tough.
Built for Minnesota weather, that.
Definitely. And even smaller things like metro transits, bus shelters. Their lighting uses this tech to run autonomously for 30 hours.
So it's versatile. What are the bigger implications here? Are we seeing this used in other ways?
Absolutely. The University of Minnesota is doing research like the PV Smart project. They found ground-mounted arrays can actually help stormwater soak into the ground 34% infiltration rates, which prevents polluted runoff.
Ah, so an environmental co-benefit.
Right. Or think about agrivoltaics farming under solar panels. Trials showed strawberry yields went up 22% under solar canopies that let 30% of light through. It really makes you ask, what other everyday surfaces could become power generators?
Yeah.
Roads, windows.
Okay, let's talk cost. It sounds amazing, but is it affordable? Are these hybrid systems much more expensive?
There is a higher upfront cost, yeah. About $0.85 to $1.20 more per watt compared to standard PV. And that means the payback period is a bit longer, maybe 14 to 18 years versus 12 to 15 for traditional solar.
But you get more power overall.
Exactly. You get an annual generation boost, turning that rain and snow into maybe 0.3 to 0.7 extra megawatt hours per year per system, roughly speaking. It makes that bad weather work for you.
And the practical stuff, like all that snow we talked about, how do they keep them clear?
They're working on it. Things like automated crawler robots are being used to clear snow, keeping the panels working about 92% of the time, even in winter. And the panel designs themselves are reinforced for heavy snow loads.
Smart. Any policy changes helping this along?
There's talk. proposed amendments to classify Tang output as pure-I renewable energy, which would help incentivize it.
Mm.
And city planners are looking at things like solar canopies over parking lots, potentially covering 23% of the city's parking spaces.
So wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway for you, the listener? Minneapolis is really pushing the envelope here.
It is. It's a great test bed because of its climate and infrastructure. Integrating these hybrid systems could realistically boost annual energy generation by 12 to 18% without needing much more land.
A significant jump.
Yeah. Now, rain-enhanced solar, it's still pretty new. We definitely need more work on materials, maybe some targeted subsidies to help it compete on cost initially. But fundamentally, it changes how we view weather. Precipitation stops being just a problem for solar and starts becoming, well, another resource.
It really reframes the whole thing, doesn't it? It's not just about better solar panels. It's about completely rethinking our relationship with the environment around us. So here's a thought to leave you with. If raindrops, tiny raindrops, can help power our cities, what other natural forces, things we currently overlook or just endure, are actually waiting out there, ready to be harnessed?